Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first podcast of the new season in GXPC. My name is Evolve. I am joined by two great co-hosts today. I have our boy Zayfrey from NFG, and I have Rock Ajat from Reign of Kings. Guys, how are we doing today?
I am doing pretty all right. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so excited to be back. We've got a lot of cool things to talk about. How are you today, Ajat?
I'm feeling great, man. You can just call me Eli. That's fine.
All right. So
yeah, super excited for League of Legends.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Before we get started, I would like to thank our sponsors at GXPC. They are a small family-owned business in Decorah, Iowa. They have all your gaming needs. Get board games, card games, video games, console repairs. They are located in Decorah, Iowa. So today on the podcast, we are going to basically take a rundown of all the teams, take a look at the week one matchups. We'll talk a little bit about who we think is the better teams in the league, and we'll try to give some light power rankings here. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's take a look at Conference A to get started. So we'll just kind of run down through there. Looks like we have Viper Web Esports, Schism Esports, NFG Esports, University of South Alabama, as well as two more.
Team Eradication and FSG Eternity.
FSG Eternity. Thank you. So I guess I'll go ahead and get started by throwing this one over to Eli since he is in Conference B. Based on what you've seen in week one, who do you think are the teams to beat coming out of Conference A?
In A, I would say SKZ is the big one that I saw. That looked really good. University of South Alabama looked. I can't decide because I thought FSG Eternity was going to be weak coming in, so I'm not fully sure where they stand to me. And then NFG versus Viper Web, I didn't know. So I know a couple of the players on Viper Web, but I didn't know how good the team was going to be. So part of it is I need more to play out, but Schism's definitely the big one because I just cannot decide the necessarily strength of University of South Alabama. And then if I had to put a number 2 up there, it'd probably be NFG.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on coming into the season. I was pretty hyped. I know like Viper Web and Eradication were kind of these teams that I kept hearing about that were supposed to be good. I didn't really see them coming out too strong in week one. So I think I would agree with Schism in the one spot. And honestly, I think NFG is in that kind of 2 spot there. So I will throw this over to Zayfrey. What are your opinions on the conference?
So we obviously have only played one game, and sorry, Twitch chat's bothering me. Let's get them out of here. So we only have played one match so far in the conference, and that was against Viper Web Esports. Viper Web did have the unfortunate incident with some sub rulings in that they didn't post their roster changes in time to have them affected. So they did lose all their bans, but in that, I'm not going to say anything. I do think overall we were the stronger team. I don't want to put anything on them since that is the only team we played. Schism Esports roster on paper looks absolutely great. I'm excited to see them execute it. I forget who you guys played in before.
We played Eradication.
You played Eradication, yeah. I saw a little bit of that. Obviously, Big Brain Mid was a former NFG player, and he was really good on that roster. And I'm excited to see a lot more from them. They have a lot of potential. Eradication, FSG Eternity, and University of South Alabama. FSG Eternity, I've seen some of them play, and I think they have a lot of potential. But right now, it is still a big question mark for me. As to me, it almost seems like kind of a ragtag, throw-together group of people and good individual players. So I'll be excited to see if they can throw that together overall. Eradication, don't know any of the players. Haven't seen too much from them, especially in the Schism series, which I didn't get to watch the entirety of, but we'll see what's up with them. And then University of South Alabama. Obviously, we've seen Nutrinks before in GXPC. The rest of them, never seen them before. Nutrinks is a great player, and I'm excited to see what they can do with upcoming split. Looking at OP.GGs, though, I'd have to say Schism and NFG, honestly, are the two coming out of it.
All right. Well, it sounds like we're kind of all on agreement on that part of it.
For sure.
So let's take some time. What do you guys think? Who are the players to watch in Conference A? If you were to give your top 3 players to watch in Conference A, who would they be? I'll start with you again, Eli.
Oh, don't put me on the spot like that. Dylan's still AD, right?
Dylan is playing AD carry, yes.
All right, so Dylan's on number 1, just because I want to see where that goes, for sure. What is Dave? What's the name of your jungler?
Korean Johnny.
You guys changed, didn't you?
Korean Johnny.
This would be his first series. Clancy had too much with school and everything, so he fortunately had to drop. NFG and roster changes. Name a more iconic duo, chat.
All right, so Jesus, then I have no idea. So we're gonna put Dylan. I'm gonna put Laxon because Dylan has to deal with him in the support role. So I'm very interested in the bot lane in general. And then I'm gonna throw out of nowhere, out of the blue, I'm gonna throw out a player by the name of Papalugia, who is the mid laner for Viperweb, who I thought played pretty well. And I think if that team can shape up a little bit, they could contest for 1 or 2 seed in that group.
All right, so you have Dylan, Laxon, bot lane duo, and then Papalugia for Viperwave. All right, Zayfred, what do you think? What are your top 3 players to watch in this split?
I'm going to say this in no order in particular. I'm going to have to say Papalugia for one of them, for sure.
He's coming in too. He was good, right? When you watched.
Yeah, we played against him. And of the players on there, he seemed to be the one that had the most potential to pop off. I think if they put more resources mid, they have chances to take some games off some people and really make a showing in this conference. I think Cool on Schism Esports, formerly known as Gaudier, is going to be one player to watch on that roster. Dylan is a great mechanical player. We'll see if he can do anything, but he's not on my players to watch. Like, he can be a good mechanical player, but he's not an AD carry. Right? That's not his main role.
Get a real AD carry.
So for what I've seen and everything, he has potential. Not on my players to watch. And then honestly, I'm going to have to say probably, and I'm going to say this in the most unbiased opinion, 21 Love on NFG. I think he has a lot of potential to come out here and clap some people.
That's interesting, because out of your team, I would watch Twilight Mole too. Maybe he's just a Lissandra one trick though, because he played pretty well in some other games that I've seen.
Guess we'll find out.
Guess we will find out.
As 21 Love said, I guess just watch out for us.
Just watch out for us.
Just watch out. That's what he said in his interview post game. He said, I guess just watch out for us.
Real edgy.
Yeah.
Edgelord, all right.
No, it was a definite question.
Real edgy. All right.
All right. Well, that kind of summarizes what we think of Conference A. So we'll go ahead and take this time to move over to Conference B. Conference B consists of Recon 5, White Lotus, Team Fish Taco, Decimate Legacy, Reign of Kings, and Team Enigma. So I started with Eli for Conference A. I'm going to go to you for Conference B, Zayfrey. Who do you think are the teams to watch, or who do you think are the top contenders for this conference?
Well, start off with Stevenator, actually. He's been in a few different
teams
before.
Not players.
Teams? Oh, sorry.
Teams.
Need coffee, apparently.
We'll get there. Calm down. Don't jump the gun.
I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm going to have to say White Lotus to start off. You know, reigning champions. Going to be someone that we have to watch out for. Reign of Kings, I think. see if Arrow can do what he's done in other rosters and be able to kind of carry them through a lot of stuff. Not saying he had to carry every roster, because I know like he's played on Schism, he's played on some other teams, and then he had to play on NFG as well. And he was one of like the main carries and people that put resources into. So see if he can do that and use those resources before. And then, honestly, I'm going to have to say probably Team Fish Taco. They seemed like they have a lot of potential in their one game that I've seen so far. I haven't seen any other stuff, haven't seen any of their players in anything else before. But to me, looking at them and like seeing where they might be going, they have some potential. So I'm excited to see that.
All right. So you said White Lotus and Team Fish Taco.
Yes, and Reign of Kings.
And
those
Reign
are my
of Kings.
top three. I couldn't decide between two.
Top three. Okay. So I think I'm going to put an asterisk on Team Fish Taco because they played Reign of Kings without Arrow. So I don't really know, because as you've seen before, Arrow can be a game-changing AD carry if you give him the right resources and stuff. So I want to see a little bit more out of Team Fish Taco before I say the powerhouse is coming out. But I mean, you cannot deny White Lotus. They probably are the best team, in my opinion, out of the B conference. They just have the structure. They picked up some good players. You still have Freshburger, who was a huge part of the team. They bring in Stevenator, who I think fits well with that team. He plays more of supportive mid laners, which allows like Burger to just kind of raffle stomp top and kind of do his thing there. And then I think the Recon 5, I think that's a team you need to watch out for. They played White Lotus pretty well. Pretty unknown so far in the league. And then I do think my dark horse is going to be Reign of Kings. I want to see them with Arrow before I give too much. But yeah, I'm going to throw it over to you, Eli. You play in the conference. What do you think so far? What have you seen? Who are your top teams?
Rank 1 has got to be Reign of goddamn Kings. There's no doubt in my mind right there. Rank number 2 is probably White Lotus.
Excuse me, this is a child-friendly stream.
I asked before I said it, and nobody responded. So you don't want me to not curse? You're going to respond to me. Okay, Nick? You okay? You don't get to walk away anymore. I've asked you multiple questions. Okay? Rank number 2 is White Lotus. I'm biased as hell, by the way. So rank number 1 is Reign of Kings. I'm going to say that every single week if I'm here. Rank 2, we could be in last place, so I'm going to say it. Rank 2 is White Lotus. So like real rankings is like rank 1 White Lotus, for sure, because they're crazy. It's disrespect, if anything, not to put them there from anyone. And then rank 2, I don't know. TFT, like you guys said, they won, right? They won 2-0, and they won very macro heavy, which was really good. But we also were missing what you could arguably say is like our like star player, quote unquote. So that's like unlucky. Enigma looks not great, which is why it's hard for me to judge. Hold on, where's my season schedule? That's why it's hard to judge Decimate Legacy. So I really it's the same thing with like University of South Alabama versus FSG. You can't tell how strong Decimate Legacy is because Enigma's not good. So I'm just trying to be straightforward with that one. If you don't like it, sorry, play better. And then Recon 5, like you said, did put up a good showing versus White Lotus.
Yeah, they played White Lotus. I believe they went. Did they go 3 games or was that a 2?
I believe they 2-0'd.
2-0'd? Okay.
I could be wrong though. Nick, do you know? 2 games? Yeah, it is 2-0. Okay, so I thought. So, and they looked okay. I mean, there's still a 2-game loss. That's painful. Again, still hard to judge the team super early on, but yeah, there's your TLDR there. There's White Lotus greater than all. Let's see where the others end up, and then hopefully someone can end up like matching them somewhere along the lines, right? Even if like they don't beat White Lotus, I mean, even if they do beat White Lotus, right? White Lotus comes out like at the top. I just want competition versus them this time, please.
Yeah.
But they didn't look as strong as they did last time, right? I mean, they don't have a bot lane that's like absolutely monster smashing every single person that they even go up against. So that's a choke in their armor. I can already tell is that they're not as good as the ethereal Daydreams bot lane, but I don't know if they're not as good or if that's competition's gotten better. So
Now Jordan, the owner of White Lotus, told me he thinks that this current iteration of their bot lane is better. We will see, though. It probably, I would attest it to stronger competition, if anything, but we'll see how that pans out.
I have a question for you guys, actually. Before we move on, since we talked about how competition getting better in the bot lane. I personally have been a part of GXPC since season 1, and in each season, there seemed to be one role that there was just a ton of competition to kind of shined through. And like last season, it really seemed like AD carry / bot lane. Like there was a ton of like fairly decent players there, but there was a few that just really shone through. And then mid was just this huge competition of a bunch of really good players. Like, yeah, there was like our top tier and everything, but then like the middle of the pack and the top tier seemed very close together. What role this split do you guys think is going to have the most competition and be that kind of superstar area?
What role? I'm just trying to look through.
You can also say bot lane, like just like in specific, if you wanted to include like ADC and support in that position.
Can that change per conference?
I think so.
Yeah, you can do both conferences.
So since we're on B, like, so what about like B? Like, what is going to be like the biggest competition in B? Because I mean, you have people like Dylan, or sorry, I'm looking at A again. Because you have the White Lotus bot lane, who Jordan Disgrace said is better than the previous iteration. You have Arrow in the bot lane, and then you have these other guys like Demon Repent and iGlory, who seem to be like looking pretty good. So like, what could it be? AD carry? Could it be the mid lane with people like Stevenator and Unique?
I don't know because I feel like I'm too early in.
I would agree. Yeah, that's a tough question to answer right now. In my opinion, I mean, I know, like, okay, so I know my team is like focused more so around like Dylan and Gaudier kind of doing their thing. They're cool for now, I guess.
Dylan and Gaudier doing their thing. I every single Schism roster ever made, or
I don't know, like Nutrinks. He was pretty good last season. I think it's too early to tell, in my opinion. I know that's not a great answer, but I can't really give that.
I think if we're looking across conferences, like once we get into playoffs and everything, I think we're looking across conferences is going to be AD carry. Because you have people like Dylan and Nutrinks and 21 Love and Arrow and Waffle Pig and Demon Repent and iGlory and all these like people that seem to be able to show up, right? And seem to be able to play well and have a history for some of them even. I think we're going to see a lot of action in the bot lane, and I'm excited. And kind of in an unfortunate meta, in a way. You know, like, it's not like this is Ardent Sensor meta where everything's focused around the AD carry, where bot lane can be anything right now, still. It may not be the days of strictly Yasuo Vlad swaying bot lane, but, you know, you have these AD carries, you have these bruisers bots still. So, like, we're excited to see.
Well, if you're looking at the meta in the future, I think AD carries are going to come back with a vengeance with the crit changes. So we'll see some of these AD carries finally get to show off a little bit of skill and play some other champions besides like Caitlyn, Ezreal, Lucian.
Yeah.
Did we do a top 3 in the second in bracket B?
For players, we have not. That's kind of our next.
Okay, my bad. I'm jumping ahead here. My bad. Sorry. Yeah. Not host.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I mean I could see that, but in my opinion, I think it's just too early to say. But Zay Frey believes 80 carries are the role that's going to really start to shine. So we will see how that prediction plays out. We will go ahead and move on into the players to watch in Conference B. Let's get the top 3. So I will start with you, Zay Frey, because Eli is in that division. What are your thoughts?
I'm going to say, no particular order, Stevenator, Arrow, Freshburger. Stevenator, like you said, able to play a lot of control mages, has a lot of experience in competition and everything like that, is going to be able to show up. Arrow has a history as being the main carry of a team. See if his team is able to play around that. And then Freshburger, who honestly was one of the people that was able to dominate top lane last split, right? Like there wasn't too many people who could match him, or even if they went ahead, couldn't match him in a late. So I think that those are my top 3 players to watch without a doubt.
Okay. Top 3 players. All right, Eli, what are your thoughts? Top 3 players coming out. Arrow, AJAT, Unique.
What about Viner? What about Backpack? Huh? There's 5 of us.
5 of us.
Okay, so how do I put this? So I'm gonna say Freshburger is number 1. If you don't put him there, you're actually mental. But I'm gonna put him at number 1, and then I'm gonna name 3 others because I don't think it's fair for me to. That sounds so insane. He's like so far ahead as like a single player. I feel like that it's hard for me to like put him in the same category as the other 3 people, right? Like I don't think there's any doubt to anyone that like he is a monster. So I'm gonna put him as 1, and then I'm gonna go into 3 others, and we're gonna go from there. I'm not gonna pick my teammates because that's messed up. So
at me next time.
We will talk about Stevenator, who I think is good. That's all I'm gonna put on that. I'm talking about Arrow. I'll put Arrow up there. I'll pick my own teammates. I did that. I'll pick my own teammates. So we're gonna put Arrow in there. Arrow's really good. I think with him back, we'll be able to show better. And then we'll put Puffles Mia. Sure, why not?
Sure, why not? Our poor boy Nick is rolling over in the grave. He's put NSFW on this podcast now, or
no, it was my bad. It's gone. We're done.
Wait, now that he said it, does that mean we're free?
No. We
are silent. We're free.
No, I'm getting my tags removed after this. I guarantee it. God dang it.
All right. Well, I think it's tough. Okay, so I'm kind of biased because I haven't seen enough of the new teams, but I don't think any of the new teams really like impressed me enough to stop off. But like you said, I think Freshburger, once again, I think now this might sound crazy. I think he becomes better this year based on the players that White Lotus has put around him.
Oh, I agree. For sure.
I think having Stevenator not needing to be on a carry and being able to fill that role where I think Fuji was more so of like a carry on that team last year, I think that really just helps him get into a position to carry himself. And I think Waffle Pig and Respect, however you want to say his name, able to hold all they have to really do is hold their own in that bot lane and maybe apply some pressure on the map. And I think it just opens the gate for like Freshburger to really, do his thing. I mirror the sentiment. I think Arrow, once again, if he's given the right opportunities, he'll be a shining star in Conference B, as well as Stevenator. I think he, again, fits pretty well in with this team. White Lotus picked up the jungler No Excuse, which was on Schism towards the end, so they kind of have synergy there. And then I think, again, once he helps out Freshburger. So those are going to be my top 3.
Side note, I do think No Excuse is really good. I just want to toss that out there.
Yep, I think he's kind of under the radar right now.
Yeah, and that's probably because he just joined our team, right? Because they played with.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't play. They played with.
They played.
I get nervous.
I get nervous. Like he's like the Evelyn dude. He plays like Evelyn and let's see. He plays Evelyn and something else super weird. But yeah, I think with Excuse they're a more rounded out team, which makes it's crazy that like you upgraded that team. Are you kidding me? You found the other arm of Exodia? So, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up Conference B. So we are going to do something. I think it kind of plays into what we've already discussed, but we're going to do our way too early playoff and finals predictions. God. Are you ready? Way too early finals and playoffs predictions.
Let's get it.
Three team owners. Who do you think they're going to say is going to win, boys?
9 weeks ahead of it. Let's go.
So it's 3 teams. Is it 3 or 4 teams out of each conference?
3.
3 teams out of each conference, I believe. Let's get it. We kind of already did this. So Zayfray, Conference B, top 3 teams coming out. Who are they?
TFT, White Lotus, Reign of Kings. Easy peasy.
All right. Eli.
Is it in that order? Wait.
No, not in that order. Not in that order.
The 3 teams.
Do I have to pick an order, or do I have to pick 3 teams?
Yeah, do you have to pick who gets the bye? Are we doing that right now?
No. 3 teams out of Conference A.
I was gonna make this real in depth. Reign of Kings, White Lotus. Where's even the team sheet? Hold on. Recon 5.
All right. You hear it there. I will agree. White Lotus. I think White Lotus, Recon 5 is gonna be my 3. All right, on to Conference A. Eli, kick us off. 3 teams out of Conference A.
Viperweb Esports, University of South Alabama, Team Eradication. I'm just kidding. Viperweb, SKZ, and FSG. Or NFG.
NFG. Okay. You kind of cut out there. I didn't actually hear.
It's Viperweb, SKZ, NFG.
All right.
For a second, I didn't put either of your teams in there just because
you're trolling.
I thought that'd be more fun, but I can't actually do that. Actually, I take that back. Viperweb, SKZ, yeah, actually, I keep it. I lied. NFG.
All right, Zayfray, what are your 3?
For what?
Conference A. Who's coming out of Conference A?
NFG and SKZ for sure. Then, honestly, it's hard to say. Probably either Viperweb or FSG, in my opinion.
No, FSG. What? No.
Ooh, FSG. Oh. That's a hot take, my friend.
I think they're my dark horse.
To be able that man bun because he's high as hell over there. You're insane.
I'm insane.
Maybe if somehow they convince Ozzy to come out of retirement for FSG and play.
I think they're my dark horse. Okay, I think they have. Like I said, I think they have potential. Papa Lugia could take it. Then, but I think they're gonna have to play around Papa Lugia more. I think FSG has some experienced players on it, and that is where their potential is going to come from.
Is Viperweb playing with Always Time for T now? Did he just get picked up? Is that new?
He's the owner, isn't he? Or maybe not?
No, I thought Crimson was.
Pretty sure
Crimson's their owner. But is T new? Did he just get picked up for them? Is that a doggo in the back, Frank or Z? Back to T. So T... it was the back of yours, Evolve. Turn the hell around. Give me that dog. So if they have T, then for sure them. That guy's so good. All right, sorry. I just looked at the roster. I saw he was on there. I did not see that earlier.
Yeah.
Side note, T's a beast.
All right. Well, I will say, I think, I'm going to say Schism, NFG, Viperwave as well. Those are just... I think there's a kind of a big line in Conference A.
It wouldn't be a good podcast if we all agreed.
I don't have any shots in the dark. Alabama won
FSG
based on a player.
The old OFG. I don't think they're going to be this team that people are expecting right now where they just get shafted the whole time. I think they're going to have a decent potential just show up. I'm not saying it will happen, but I want to. That's my little boy.
Do they even have a starting roster?
Right, they have a couple subs right now, and then no starting support. It looks like, unless that's just Nick messing up the spreadsheet. It might be Nick messing up the spreadsheet. He said that. It wasn't just me.
It's interesting because like Free Soul, he's a Schism. He plays for one of our other rosters, so I don't even know if he's actually playing for FSG. He's just kind of on their roster. I don't know. I don't see it. Sorry. I don't know. Eradication talked really big, so I'm hoping
KTA is going to come in and play Zed support.
Yeah, talking big doesn't mean you're actually good. KTA said he's going to be the best mid in the league, and we all saw that dude ended up.
All right. Well, we're gonna stop with the flame. Fat Cow is going to be.
Look, how can you lose with a name like that?
Now that might be the best name in here. Anyway, okay. So we've got the 3 teams coming out. Finals matchup. Schism White Lotus repeat. That's my prediction. Eli, what do you think?
Schism White Lotus repeat?
That's me. That's mine. What's
Shut your mouth! It's gonna be
Reign of Kings and Reign of Kings
versus whatever team has the unfortunate
Reign of Kings
to make it all the way to the finals to get absolutely rocked. Get it? See what I said? Do you see what I did there? Did you see that?
You're reported.
Did you see that? Did you see that? I thought it was really good. Sorry.
I saw it. That was a good one. All right, Zayfrey, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, NFG are okay.
Ooh, he's not. He's saying both of the finalists from last season, they're out of here. NFG, Reign of Kings.
I think they're gonna get. I think everyone else is getting bamboozled.
Wait, for an actual answer, Nick, can you help me out?
That's my actual answer.
No, nobody cares about your answer. Nick, I'm just playing. How does seeding work in playoffs, Nick? Can you give me a quick rundown of it? Is it like split, right? So like, do I get to play the other bracket? Like, how split is it? How do you not remember, Nick? You created this.
Hey, Eli, you realize that Nick isn't like in the broadcast, so you're just actually talking to yourself right now.
Yeah, I know they can't hear him, but I don't care. It's all right. Nick's coming in hot for a sec. Hold on, team.
I believe
we're gonna be in a holding pattern.
Okay, so I believe what's happening is that there's the top 3 teams, and the top team from each conference gets a bye automatically into the semifinals, and then it's cross-conference play for the quarters. And then from there.
All right. Well, there you go. Does that help you with your answer?
Kinda. Well, basically my question is, are the 1 and the 2 seed from the same brackets on different sides? Please tell me yes. So like as an example, White Lotus and Recon 5 come out as 1 and 2 seeds, right? Is White Lotus on side 1 and Recon 5 on side 2?
So it's last split. It was adaptive. So like whoever there was 6 teams totals in playoffs, and then 1 and 2 got a bye, and then 3 played 6, and then 4 and 5 played each other, and then let's say 6 won. 6 had to play number 1.
Well, I think the big question is
automatically going to the same side.
Is it going to be like ranked from the conferences and then that's how you're going to do it? Or is it like the 2 conference leaders get a bye and then the other one ranked like
probably ranked in match
3 through 6, right? And then,
right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They'll probably
I guess we'll find out.
3 through 6 match score, and then individual game score after if there's a tie.
Fifth seed. Yes, there's 3 seeds coming out of each side. So how are you determining that, Nick?
6 total seeds. What are you talking about?
Right. But is it determined by win-loss? So Nick just said that it's 3rd seed plays 5th seed, like every single bracket in the world. So does it go from 3 to 5 based on win-loss? Is that how you rank them? Because like theoretically, right, 2 people are coming out as ranked 2s. But if bracket was just a 3 based on win-loss. Okay, thank you. Nick, you're amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if that's how it works, then I'm putting White Lotus versus Rock.
Everyone.
Well, this
press
even
F
says
for
that
Ajax Sanity.
the conference, if you win, okay, so it says the playoff format will consist of the top 3 of each conference being placed in playoff bracket and ranked from 1st to 6th based on their standings, win-loss ratio. 1st and 2nd seed will be granted for a bye for the quarterfinals. 3rd seed will play 5th. 4th seed will play 6th. So what this says is 1st and 2nd can come from the same conference.
Yeah, pretty much. Theoretically, like if it gets that messy.
All right.
So as I said, match score, individual game score.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I think we've rambled on enough. We have definitely got into some spicy topics today. I guess I will turn it to my co-host. Do you guys have any other things, any final questions before we sign off for the day?
Are you talking to chat?
I'm talking to you guys.
Oh,
I'm talking to chat.
No,
questions.
I got nothing, dude. I'm excited for this to go on. Week 1's kind of odd. All you can really do is give like basic info, but we'll see as it goes, right?
Yeah. So starting next week in our next podcast, guys, go ahead and prepare some questions. The chat, we will be having a Q&A session with the chat. I think we're going to go ahead and hold off today just because we're running a little bit longer. But yeah, so yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and Zayfrey, any shout outs, anything you want to say before we head on?
Any shout outs that I want to say? No.
All right, Eli, any shout outs?
Can I give 2?
Go for it.
No.
Shout out number 1, shout out to Zayfrey's man bun. Can we get a close up on that thing?
Ooh, Zayfrey's man bun, baby.
Wait, where's my? Oh my! There we go. Have you seen the gloriousness that thing really is? It's awesome. I just want to cuddle up inside of it. Shout out. That's fine. They can listen to that audio only. Let me describe. Okay, Nick's telling me, chat, that there's an audio only version of this. So let me just give them a rundown. Audio only listeners, Zayfrey's man bun is like 3 cats all pushed up together. The softest cats you've ever imagined. Just rolled up into one bun, placed on the top of your head, and then you just want to snuggle it up, right? That's Zayfrey's man bun right now. Okay, Nick, that's for the audio listeners. Shout out number 2, www.decoragames.com. Amazing website. That's where you get all your stuff. That's where I get all my stuff. All the goods, all the greats, all the games. GXPC.
All right. Well, I don't know how to follow that up, but I will shout out our put this all together. I want to thank my 2 co-hosts that joined me today, Zayfrey and Eli. I had a lot of fun tonight, and I look forward to working with both of you in the future. That is going to do it tonight for the first GXPC podcast of the season. We will see you guys next Sunday for episode 2. We'll have some more results. Episode 8, season 2, episode 2. However you want to title it. We will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.